Hey there, welcome back. Today, today we're taking a deep dive into something pretty intriguing. The future of luxury. Forget yachts and diamonds. We're talking about a whole new definition of luxury.
It's less about things and more about transformation, experiences, and even solutions designed to improve your lifespan, health span, and overall well-being.
So basically, instead of buying that limited edition handbag, you'd invest in something that makes you a healthier, happier version of yourself.
Exactly. Think of it as luxury brands becoming partners in your self-improvement journey.
What's really interesting is how this is blurring the lines between beauty, health, and even hospitality.
It's all connected, huh?
Okay.
So, our source material for this deep dive is a report called New Codes of Luxury, Longevity and Well-Being Strategies by the Future Laboratory and Together Group. I'm already seeing some pretty wild predictions in here. A booming market for longevity, hyper-personalized wellness experiences, and even, science becoming the new standard of luxury.
Yeah.
It's not as far-fetched as it sounds. Think about it. Consumer values are changing. We're seeing a major shift from materialism to experientialism.
Okay. So explain that like I'm 5. Are we just swapping fancy cars for fancy vacations?
It's more than that. People are realizing that true luxury isn't about the stuff you own. It's about crafting a life filled with purpose, growth, and well-being. GWI, formerly Global Web Index, found that a whopping 77% of luxury consumers prefer experiences and community over simply owning products. It's about investing in things that truly enrich your life.
And I guess that explains the whole time is the new luxury thing.
Precisely. Vice Media Group found that 58% of affluent consumers in the Asia-Pacific region actually value time over money. It makes sense when you think about it. You can always make more money, but you can never get back lost time.
Okay, that's a pretty sobering thought. So how are luxury brands adapting to this total experience mindset? Are they just throwing in a free yoga class with every diamond necklace purchase?
It's more sophisticated than that. Brands are moving beyond just selling you a product. They're creating whole ecosystems of engagement around it.
Okay, so what does that look like in the real world? I'm picturing.
Yeah.
Like an immersive spa experience where they analyze your DNA while you get a facial.
You're not far off. In the beauty industry, for example, you see immersive retail spaces, elevated self-service, and even branded wellness services like spas and experience centers popping up everywhere. It's about creating a complete journey, not just a quick transaction.
So like they're saying, come hang out in our world, absorb the vibes, and maybe buy some stuff while you're here.
Exactly. And it's not just about creating a cool space, it's about curating a specific feeling or experience. For example, Klaus Sendlinger, the founder of Design Hotels and the Slow Movement, talks about how luxury brands are using these experiences to foster shared beliefs and cultural connections. It's like they're building little micro-communities around their products and services.
That's actually really clever. Creating that sense of belonging can be super powerful.
Okay, but what about hospitality? Are hotels turning into like giant wellness retreats now? In a way, yes. Hotels and resorts are moving beyond just providing a bed and a meal. They're crafting personalized wellness journeys. Think curated environments designed for relaxation and rejuvenation, with bespoke health plans and cutting-edge treatments.
Sign me up. But with all this talk about personalization, I'm curious about this prestige personalization concept from the report. Is that just a fancy way of saying they're stalking our online shopping habits?
It's more nuanced than that. It's about using data and technology to understand your unique needs and desires, and then crafting experiences that are tailored just for you. Think health tech, wearables, AI-driven analytics, and diagnostics, all used to create a truly bespoke experience.
So instead of just recommending the same generic massage to every guest, they're actually analyzing your sleep patterns, stress levels, and dietary habits to create a program specifically for you.
Exactly. It's about taking all that data and using it to empower you to take control of your well-being. Philippe Zuber, the CEO of Kerzner International, even talks about how guests now own their health data. And brands can integrate that into their offerings to create truly personalized wellness journeys.
Wow. It's like having a personal wellness concierge. Okay, this is all very exciting. But there's one thing I'm not quite getting. This whole science is the new standard of luxury thing, it just seems a bit, well, clinical, for lack of a better word. Doesn't luxury usually rely on, a bit of mystery and allure?
That's a good point. But think about it this way. Consumers are becoming more discerning. They want proof, transparency, and measurable outcomes, especially when it comes to their well-being. They're not just taking a brand's word for it anymore. They want to see the science behind it. And brands are responding to that demand for transparency by incorporating things like research-backed formulations, clinical trials, and partnerships with experts. It's like they're saying, look, this isn't just hype. We have the data to back it up.
So it's less about aspirational marketing and more about proving their claims. I guess in a world of misinformation, science does feel kind of luxurious.
Exactly. And that trust in science is reflected in research. The Edelman Trust Barometer found that 75% of people globally trust scientists as their primary source of information.
Wow, that's a pretty strong vote of confidence.
Yeah.
Okay, so how does all of this tie into the report's concept of the art of becoming? Is this about,
Yeah.
like, luxury brands teaching us how to paint or something?
Not quite. It's about a shift from fleeting gratification to long-term self-actualization and personal growth. Instead of that instant dopamine hit from buying something new, you're looking for experiences that help you grow as a person and reach your full potential.
So it's about investing in personal evolution, not just material possessions. It's almost like luxury brands are becoming life coaches in a way, guiding us toward a better version of ourselves.
In a way, yes. They're providing the tools, resources, and environments to help you become the best version of yourself. Rebecca Burtis, the global head of guest experience and services at Mayborn, has observed how self-actualization and self-optimization have gone mainstream and become key drivers in the luxury landscape.
That's pretty fascinating. It seems like this idea of transformational luxury really is touching every aspect of our lives. Speaking of which, the report dives into some specific transformational trends. Should we unpack those?
Absolutely. Let's start with rebalancing the new beauty equation. This is all about moving away from those rigid, unattainable beauty standards and embracing a more holistic and inclusive vision.
So it's not just about looking perfect anymore. That's a relief. But how are brands actually changing their approach to beauty?
Well, they're starting to blend science and emotional significance in their offerings. It's about understanding that beauty goes beyond just the surface.
Could you give us a concrete example of what that looks like?
Sure. Prada Beauty recently collaborated with the digital artist Eanes Alpha, creating a campaign that pushes the boundaries of traditional beauty imagery. It's visually stunning and challenges how we think about beauty. And then there's Varao, a fragrance brand that designs scents to evoke specific emotions. They're tapping into the power of fragrance to enhance mood and well-being.
I love that. It's like perfume with a purpose. What about Dior? Are they doing anything interesting in this space?
They are. They recently appointed Sarah Akram as their skincare expert. She has a strong scientific background, which emphasizes the importance of expertise and credibility in the beauty industry.
It's like they're saying, we're not just about making you look good. We're about understanding your skin on a deeper level. Okay, what's the next trend we should dive into?
Building membership wellness models. This is all about creating exclusive communities and fostering deeper connections with consumers.
Like a gym membership, but for wellness.
Kind of. But it goes beyond that. It's about being part of a tribe that shares your values and aspirations. Brands are using these models to offer exclusive experiences, personalized services, and a sense of belonging that you can't get just by buying a product off the shelf.
So it's not just about going to a spa or getting a treatment. It's about being part of a community that supports your well-being journey. I can see how that would be appealing, especially with how isolating modern life can be.
Exactly. And this trend is popping up in some unexpected places. Soho House, known for its exclusive members clubs, has expanded into skincare and wellness. They're planning to open an advanced wellness experience at their Soho farmhouse location, offering everything from holistic treatments to longevity programs.
Wow. Talk about a one-stop shop for all things wellness. What other brands are experimenting with this membership model?
Well, there's Remedy Place in West Hollywood, which calls itself the world's first social wellness club. Their space is designed to promote both healing and connection. They offer treatments like infrared saunas and sound baths, but there's a strong focus on community building.
So it's like a social club. But instead of cocktails and canapes, it's all about ice baths and sound therapy.
Pretty much. You also have The Well in New York City, a members-only blend of a gym, organic restaurant, and health services. And then there's Serin, a super high-end, health-focused members club at the Emery in London. They have a scientific advisory board with experts like Dr. Andrew Huberman and Dr. David Sinclair, and they offer bespoke longevity treatments.
Bespoke longevity treatments. Okay, now we're talking serious luxury. But it makes sense that this trend is gaining traction. I mean, who wouldn't want to be part of a community that helps you live longer and feel better?
Absolutely. And this brings us to our next trend, Designing for well-being. This is all about how brands are integrating wellness into the very fabric of their spaces.
So we're not just talking about slapping a meditation room onto a luxury hotel.
It's much more integrated than that. It's about considering every aspect of the guest experience and how the environment can actively contribute to their mental
Emotional.
and physical health.
Okay, so what are some of the specific design elements they're using to achieve this?
Well, they're using things like biophilic design, which incorporates natural elements into the space to create a calming and restorative atmosphere. They're also using multisensory engagement, which uses scent, sound, and tactile design to create specific moods and feelings.
So it's almost like the space itself becomes a wellness treatment. That's really interesting.
Exactly. The Beverly Hills, set to open in 2027, a great example of this. They're creating a serene urban retreat by blending Californian botany with luxury hospitality. Think lush gardens, natural materials, and calming water features, all designed to evoke a sense of tranquility and connection with nature.
It sounds amazing, but it's not just hotels, right? Are beauty brands getting in on this design for well-being trend too?
Absolutely. Skin Fipal in Singapore offers facials that are designed to be these immersive sensory journeys, like stargazing or rainbow chasing. They combine cutting-edge skincare with emotional immersion to create a truly unique experience.
That's incredible. It's like skincare meets art installation. I love how these brands are getting so creative. But what about architectural innovations? Are we seeing any truly groundbreaking designs that support well-being?
Definitely. SAJ, Mexico, a wellness center near Cancun. It's a great example. Their building is actually designed to resemble human DNA.
Wow, that's pretty mind-blowing. They clearly put a lot of thought into the design, but what kind of treatments do they actually offer?
They have a really interesting blend of advanced medicine and cultural tradition. They offer everything from gene therapy to shamanic rituals like Temazcal ceremonies.
It's like ancient wisdom meets modern science, all in a building that looks like DNA. That's wild. Okay, on to our final trend, integrating longevity programming. This seems to be a hot topic these days.
It is. This trend is all about luxury brands incorporating longevity science and biohacking techniques into their offerings.
So it's about helping people live longer and healthier lives. But how are luxury brands actually approaching this? Is it at all like high-tech gadgets and futuristic treatments?
It's a combination of things. For example, the Mandarin Oriental in Geneva has partnered with a sleep medicine center to offer guests overnight polysomnographic tests.
Wait, sleep tests at a luxury hotel? I'm intrigued.
It's all about understanding your sleep patterns and optimizing your rest for better health and well-being.
So it's not just about fluffy pillows and blackout curtains anymore. It's about taking a scientific approach to sleep. I can see how that would appeal to a certain type of luxury consumer. What about other hotels? Are they jumping on the longevity bandwagon too?
Definitely. The Dior Spa Cheval Blanc in Paris has a light suite that uses advanced LED technology to rebalance energy and sleep cycles. They've also launched an international scientific advisory board focused on anti-aging research.
Anti-aging research at a Dior spa. I guess when you're talking luxury,
Yeah.
sky's the limit. But this trend seems to be expanding beyond just hotels and spas, right?
Absolutely. Equinox Fitness has launched a personalized longevity program called Optimize, which provides access to experts like Dr. Mark Hyman and offers a range of biohacking techniques.
Biohacking. That sounds intense. What exactly does that involve?
It can be quite involved, but it's essentially about using technology and lifestyle interventions to optimize your health and push the boundaries of what's possible in terms of longevity.
Okay, now I'm really curious. But before we get too deep into the world of biohacking, what about this SHA Wellness Clinic Island I keep hearing about? Is that part of this longevity trend too?
Absolutely. It's scheduled to open in 2026 and will be the world's first healthy living island. Located between Dubai and Abu Dhabi, it'll blend luxury residences with 247 health optimization services, all designed to help residents live their best, longest lives.
Wow, a whole island dedicated to longevity. That's next level. So after exploring all these trends, what's the big takeaway for our listeners?
I think the big takeaway here is that luxury is undergoing a radical transformation. It's not about keeping up with the Joneses anymore. It's about investing in yourself, your growth, your well-being, and even your lifespan.
It's almost like luxury is becoming more meaningful. But I do have to wonder, with all this focus on personalized experiences and high-tech solutions, is there a risk of luxury becoming even more exclusive?
That's a really important question. As these lines between essential and luxury blur, will we see a future where access to these transformational experiences becomes a measure of social equity? Is the ability to live a longer, healthier, more fulfilling life becoming a luxury in itself.
Whoa, that's a heavy thought. It's something we definitely need to consider as this new era of luxury unfolds.
Okay.
But hey, on a lighter note, what personally stood out to you from all this research? Anything that really